Internet, Lord Mad Dog here. We're talking about a little bit more about writing. Okay, so today we're going to talk about medium. I'm not sure if that's actually how you would say it. Basically, what I'm trying to imply here is what you're going to use to write. Now, writing is not near as expensive as streaming or pretty much almost any profession. You have to have some big costing tools to really kind of start decently well. Writing, you can start with just a piece of paper, which is pretty cheap. However, with the modern day stuff, just a piece of paper isn't going to really cut it, because you're going to have to get it on a computer to really get anything out of it. And to get it on a computer, you're going to need a scanner, and then you're going to need some type of program that'll turn your writing into actual text. Or you might have to just go ahead and then retype it all again on the computer. But then even if you retype it on a computer, you're going to have a program that you're using to type. I mean, Notepad's okay, but it's not going to get you anywhere. And when you're going to be writing a big book, or maybe 3-chapter book, that's still like 20,000 words, and Notepad's not going to cut that. So, as I was saying, if you're going to use writing paper, just paper, you're still going to need to somehow to get that onto a computer. Now, there's a few ways to do that. Like I said, there's a scanner. There's also some companies that will provide you that service. Fiverr, if you go to Fiverr, I believe there's a couple of people you can pay for Fiverr to transcribe your paperwork onto there. But even if after you get it on there, now we got to talk about an actual program on the computer to use. I like Microsoft Word, and I believe that most people like Microsoft Word. There is a few other ones out there. There is, I think, a free type of writing apparatus. I've never really tried to look. There's a couple of them, but like I said, Microsoft Word. But Microsoft Word isn't free, and so you're gonna have to put out some money there. So you might be able to find a free alternative, but I don't think so. Now, with typing, you're going to have to learn how to type. If you're going to type your story, some free classes my wife found me online here. I will bring them up in a sec as soon as I find them. I'll show you them. They have dramatically helped me in my typing abilities. Right. Now, this here is a website that helped me a lot with typing. It shows you how to hold your hand and what buttons to press and how to press them. You can go all the way down to well, obviously beginner all the way to advanced, and it's quite a wonderful site for if you're going to learn to type. And I suggest that if you're going to write and you're going to be using your computer as your medium, and you're going to use typing as the way you're putting your writing down, I would suggest that you would do this, and that you would refine your typing skills to at least a decent amount, so you can do intermediate, maybe advanced at an okay level, because that will dramatically increase your actual words per minute and being able to think, and won't have near as big a problem as what I call writer's clog, which I have suffered dramatically from. For me, typing is pretty much an ouchie for me, because I have so much in my mind, I can't get it out on the piece of paper, right, and I just end up sitting there, and I get into this kind of vegetated state where I'm just staring at the screen and I can't type anymore. So, which you may experience yourself, but definitely increase your typing skills. Now, I'm going to talk about the third one, is third medium for basically writing that for me and myself have tried. Okay, there's probably other ways, but dictation. Now, and some people say that's cheating. You're writing dictation. So you speak your words out, and it is written out for you onto a piece of paper. This is my preferred method. However, it's not cheap. The default dictation programs, they're not going to do you any good. Actually, in fact, I've only found one that's actually any good. It's Dragon Naturally Speaking. And thankfully, my dad owned it, so I didn't have to buy it myself. It was allowed on 3 different computers if someone owned it. However, if you're going to buy it yourself, it's going to be expensive. And another problem with dictation is it's not accurate, especially if you're like me and you have somewhat of an accent, or you like to slur your words like so. And if you don't speak absolutely clear, you're going to have a lot of problems with it. So it's probably better to go ahead and get better at typing. But if you find that you're sitting there at your desk and you're typing, and then you could constantly enter this state of like that, then you probably are like me and will be a lot better off with dictation. I will go ahead and show you that site for Dragon Naturally Speaking. I'll also put it in the link here in a sec. So here is the site, Nuance. It is Dragon Naturally Speaking. As you can read up on the product yourself a bit, like I said, it helped me a lot, being able to speak and it going down on the piece of paper. There's a few things that I would suggest. I would suggest binding your mic, if you're going to binding your mic to a key, and on and off key, so you can turn it on and off. I'm not sure if that's default. I remember back when I first started, the default it wasn't default, so I had to bind myself. But I think they may have changed it now. It may have a default binding. But yeah, those are your 3 mediums. So you got paper, which is going to cost you if you use paper, actually, because you're going to have to transcribe it to the computer some way or form. And there's programs for it, but you're going to need a scanner, and you're going to need that program to transcribe it. So the cheapest manner is typing, but typing you're still going to need a program. I would suggest Word. It seems to be the best all-around one. And then there's the more expensive option, dictating. So I hope this helps you think a bit and choose which way you want to go. You can do all 3, but you figure out which one you're more comfortable with. And yeah, that's about it. Hope that helps. Let's talk to you later. Lord Mad Dog signing off.